Hey, so you guys remember The Black Phone? It was that movie based on a short story that was like really good. It was pretty subtle, like human horror, but was very effective. Not the type of movie that needed a sequel. Well, they made one anyways, and unsurprisingly, it was really bad. I know, shocking. Stretching a short story into two movies was a bad idea. It's like when they made three Hobbit movies, even though the actual book, The Hobbit, is like really short, or when they stretched Harry Potter 7 into two movies and then it was like kind of bad. Like part 1 of the Deathly Hallows is good and then part 2 was kind of a mess. It's because they stretched a story that did not need two movies into two movies. I am going to spoil Black Phone 2, so if you really want to watch it, then click away, but also it's really not worth your time, and if you liked the first movie, it'll probably just piss you off. So the horror from the first movie wasn't even that the grabber was like so strong or intimidating. The scary part was how much he had thought everything through, right? Because he kidnaps this kid and then Finney's trying to escape, but then he realizes that like every avenue of escape the grabber has already thought of. And that's where like the horror and suspense in the first movie comes from, and it's very effective. Well, in the second movie, they just made him Freddy Krueger. Like, genuinely, this movie is just a Nightmare on Elm Street 3, but without all of the things that make a Nightmare on Elm Street 3 good and fun. That's not a diss on Dream Warriors, by the way. Dream Warriors is like probably my favorite horror movie of all time. Definitely one of my favorite movies of all time in general. I love Dream Warriors. And I think it's a great movie for a Nightmare on Elm Street. It shouldn't have been the Black Phone sequel. The Black Phone didn't need a sequel, and it definitely didn't need Dream Warriors to be its sequel. I can tell you exactly what happened. They saw that the first movie made a ton of money. They thought, huh, a sequel would be cool. So then they did what all bad sequels do, and they did something super derivative. The whole thing is just a fucking cash grab. Because genuinely, why would they make this movie if not for money? Because it wasn't to tell a story, because the story fucking sucks. They retconned a bunch of shit from the first movie, and everything's just worse. They mischaracterized Finn, and yes, I get the whole point is, oh, he's traumatized, but like, he acts so fucking out of character the whole time where it doesn't even feel like that's what happened. It just feels like they forgot how to write him. They're like, oh, people like Robin in the first movie, let's give him a little brother who's like kind of a fucking creep. Even the other fucking characters in the movie find him weird. But then at the end, Finn's like, well, she could do worse. And it's like, wow, the bar is really in hell. He's like low-key fetishizing her like religion and shit. It's really weird. He's a creep and I don't like him. Also, the opening of the film, like they mirrored a lot from the first movie, but it didn't feel like a clever inversion or anything. It just felt like, hey, this is what we did in the first movie. The first movie was successful. Let's just do it again. And the grabber being like a super powerful ghost just completely defeats the whole thing that made him scary in the first place. I will say though, the only thing I really got from the sequel is that they should make a Black Phone Dead by Daylight pack. I think the grabber would be a cool Dead by Daylight killer, and Finny, Gwen, and maybe Robin would be good survivors. But I should be getting more from a movie than, oh, this would be good for a video game. It's just fucking stupid. The whole thing's so fucking stupid. And they amped up the religious commentary to like 100 in a way that just feels insulting to both Christians and atheists. Like, religion had a part in the first movie, but it was like, you know, well written, because the first movie was well written, and then everything that was like subtle and good about the first movie, they just amped up to like 1,000 in this movie, and it's not good. It felt like I was watching an A24 movie. I've made a video before about how A24 movies always do too much. Or not literally always, but a lot of the time do way too much. I'll link that in the description. But that's how this felt. It was like you're doing too much and it's making the movie worse. Less is more, people. Anyways, yeah, I didn't like the movie. I thought it was pretty bad. That's all I have to say, really. Have a nice day.